Gigi's Beehive.
Hello everyone and welcome to Gigi's Honeybees. Today is May 19th, 2025, and over the weekend on Saturday, May 17th, one of my fellow beekeepers came out and worked with me again on the hives, went through them and checked them out. We have one hive that's pretty strong, doing good, and this is that hive. As you can see, they're very active. They're going in and out with pollen, bringing in nectar. When we opened up that box, that queen has been laying good. She's got a good laying pattern. She's got plenty of nectar stores, a lot of bee pollen stores. Didn't see any honey stores, but I have come to realize that while they are new and drawing comb, they may not store honey. So they may be using the nectar for their energy to build the comb, which is what I think has happened. So they have plenty of resources as far as nectar and pollen and bee bread, and I think they have been using that to draw out the comb. So they're steadily growing, and I'm glad to see that. These are a few shots of them once we got into the box and opened it up. I had a queen excluder on it, separating it from the bottom, and they were up in the top. They were moving around on the top, but they hadn't really drawn out any comb on the top, but they still have a couple of frames in the bottom deep to draw. So I think once they get those drawn, then they will move up to the top box. At least that's my hope anyway. But they're looking good. I think they're going to do well this year. I may not can harvest honey this year, at least not yet, but that's okay. I would rather have two healthy, strong hives going into winter to where they'll survive, and then next spring come out roaring and bring in buckets and buckets and buckets of honey. So we'll see. These are some of the frames in the strong hive that show all the pollen and bee bread and nectar, and I just think it's very pretty to look at. I love looking at the different patterns on the bees and seeing the nectar glow in the cells. It's just so rewarding to watch them grow. This is a video of the bees and how they were reacting after we had opened them up and looked in them on the weaker hive. As you can see, they've got the pollen, they're bringing it in. They're looking strong. They stayed outside the box for just a few minutes, and then they got all settled back in. But this is some of the frames inside of their box. As you can see, you've got nectar and pollen, capped brood, different stages of larvae. building out one of the combs a little bit, which I was glad to see. They're just doing their work, being bees. So pretty, so golden. Loving the pollen. If you know what color, or what tree rather, produces that orange, dark, deep color pollen, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what y'all think about all this. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos. Lakin wants to see the YouTube channel grow, so I would like to let her know whenever we have new subscribers. And this is the queen for that wicker hive. Lakin named that queen Ruby, and the other queen is named Crystal. So we have a Ruby and a Crystal. But they're doing their thing. They're moving around, getting more active each day. And I think they're going to grow strong. It's really nice to see how active they are at this entrance reducer that we put in on both hives. We closed it up a little bit tighter on the weaker hive, and they're using it very well, and it's good to see a lot more activity there. I'm telling you, it kind of had me worried there for a little while, because it would be like one bee would come out, and it would be several minutes before the second bee would come out, before we had the entrance reducer on there and before we started feeding them. They were just very lethargic looking bees at that time. So I really think feeding them was the right choice, and I appreciate my fellow beekeeper for suggesting that and recommending that and helping me get that going. And it really did make a difference. It boosted them very much. So enjoy the rest of the video. Just kind of watch the bees in action. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I would love to let Lakin know that this video brought in several more subscribers. So do me a favor and sting that like button and hit the subscribe. Until the next time, y'all have a good day.